Hello to everyone at Restore Washington. I'm Loren Culp, Republican candidate for governor. Did you happen to see the debate the other night between myself and the current office holder? That's what happens when someone from the real world with common sense takes on a career politician. I've got a couple of the highlights from that debate that I would like you to take a look at, as well as one of my TV ads. I'll be right back with you in just a moment.
Governor Inslee, the first question is going to go to you. Nearly 2 days after demonstrators took over an area outside the Seattle Police Department's East Precinct, dubbing it an autonomous zone, you claimed not to know about it, despite it being the subject of nonstop local and national news coverage, despite it trending nationwide on Twitter. What should voters make of the fact that you were apparently oblivious to police abandoning an entire precinct in the state's largest city?
I want to talk a little bit about your record as governor, Governor Inslee. During your 2 terms in office, there have been several high-profile instances of mismanagement at state agencies under your watch. This includes, as Chief Culp mentioned, the decertification of Western State Hospital and the loss of more than $50 million per year in federal funds. It also includes, more recently, the mass unemployment fraud that we have seen that went undetected at the start of the coronavirus crisis.
Washingtonians have now been living under your COVID mandates for 200 days, more than 200 days. They were told first to stay home, stay healthy. 3 months ago, you told them that if they masked up, we could open up. In May, you introduced a phased-in approach to reopen the economy called Safe Start, but just 2 months after that, it paused indefinitely. And despite announcing just 1 day before this debate that you would start to lift more restrictions because we've made progress, counties still can't move into the next phase. Why should voters, after 7 months, believe that you have a coherent plan to reopen the state?
Well, I follow the Constitution in all its respects, and I've done that in this. I've done this in gun safety, and we have saved lives.
The problem in this state right now is the governor has lost touch with reality. This governor has no clue what it's like in the real world. This is not a business-friendly state. It has not been a business-friendly state for a long time. And he has exacerbated that by his mandates, extra regulations, and higher taxes. This is a governor who promised 8 years ago that he would not raise taxes. And he has lied to us 33 times. The state budget has almost doubled under his tenure. And when I'm governor, this will be a business-friendly state. Businesses like Boeing will want to come here and stay here. He claims that his mandates are saving lives. But the federal government set the state approximately $29 per patient per day in our nursing homes. And we know by the data that those are the most vulnerable among us, is the people living in nursing homes, the elderly. Over 61% of the people who have died have been in nursing homes. The federal government sent $29 per patient per day for nursing homes, for extra staff, extra equipment, and this governor said, no, we're not sending them $29 per day for extra staff and extra equipment in the nursing homes. We're only sending them $5 a day. I would like to know where the rest of that money's going, because it came up to about $41 million, I believe. The problem is when we have one person sitting in the governor's office telling everyone what they're going to wear, whether they're going to go to work or whether they're not going to go to work. That's the problem that I've had with this. And as governor, I would put out the information with medical professionals, tell everyone what's going on, what they should do to protect themselves, and what might happen if they don't. And make sure the supply chain is open for the equipment that's needed, and then let free individual citizens decide what's best for themselves, their family, and their business. Because you can't tell me that a barber with one customer in his store can't cut that person's hair safely and protect him and his customers, but a marijuana store or an abortion clinic or a big box store is okay to open with 100 or 200 people in it. That is not common sense, and it's lacking in the governor's office right now, and I will bring that to Olympia.
Loren Culp puts kids and families first in education. Jay Inslee made a mess of our schools with lockdowns, mandates, and K-12 sex ed. Loren Culp will keep you in control of your kids' education instead of the bureaucrats. He'll fight for all types of learning, skills and career paths, college and technology, the trades. Loren Culp will honor the state's responsibility to properly educate Washington students. Vote Loren Culp for governor.
I'm Loren Culp, and I approve this message.
I'm State Representative Jesse Young. When it comes to the race for governor, Loren Culp is exactly who we need. He is a veteran, businessman, and police chief who has a real-life PhD in protecting people. Now more than ever, we need a governor who understands the true meaning of public service, that protecting our families and local communities should never come second to party politics and political polling. So join me in bringing common sense and courage back to Olympia. Vote Loren Culp for governor.
Politicians boast of resumes, law degrees, and hobnobbing with elites. What do we get? Homeless camps, riots, wrecked economy. And then there's released prisoners, the unemployment fraud scandal, and maggot apples. Sick of suffering? Loren Culp is one of us. He's a veteran, police officer, businessman. He has house and car payments, a job, and common sense. Loren Culp cares about the Constitution, equal rights, Washington families. Let's elect Loren Culp governor.
I'm Loren Culp, and I approve this message.
Well, did you like what you saw? If you did, please comment and share. You know, I want to leave you with this. Washington State has nearly been wrecked by a tyrannical governor sitting in office in Olympia. I don't believe that any one man should ever have that kind of power. There are several initiatives going around. You need to check them out and please sign them. We need to take this power away from the governor, and I will do everything within my power once I'm in office to eliminate that tyrannical abuse of power that has been given to the governor. It has to be taken away. So check out the initiatives, sign them, make sure that you vote for Culp for governor, make sure that you get that ballot turned in, make sure that everyone you know is registered to vote and they fill their ballot out and get it turned in. Vote red all the way down the ticket, write in Josh Freed for lieutenant governor, and let's take this state back and return it to we the people where it belongs and get a government and a governor who will abide by the Constitution and the rule of law. Thank you guys very much. God bless Washington State.